Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Buzzmod MITSURI Kanroji. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today you can see what we're going to be taking a look at, even though the light is reflecting pretty badly off the window there. But let's get into it and take a quick look at the boxaroo. So for the box here, pretty basic for the Buzzmod Demon Slayer line, and then there is the bottom, the top pretty much same. There's the one side, and then the other side's pretty identical. Then the back does have some pro images, along with the barcode of Beloved Plus that nobody cares about. So let's get this open to take a closer look at Mitsuri. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Buzzmod did a beautiful job with the figure. The faces look great. I love the way the hair looks, how the green blends in beautifully into the pink. Very nice sculpt detail as well through the braids and everything. Torso looks good. The back of the hair also turned out really nice, and you can see there are joints throughout the braids in her hair. The braids on the front can pop off, though. The torso looks really good, especially the chest there. The shirt. Very nice sculpted wrinkles. The buttons are painted nice and clean. The sleeves look fine. We do get the symbol on the back. Nice clean work on that. And the skirt, you could see, is cloth goods. So I do like that they did that. It won't restrict any type of articulation or anything like that, which is a reason why I love Buzzmod as a figure line. Her high socks turned out great. That was a gift from OpenEye if you did not know it. Then her sandals look really nice too. She has like little bow ties on them, but very nice sculpt detail on them, and the paint's nice and clean as well. And then the bottom, not too much going on there. So now let's go over the height and height comparisons. So now moving on to the height here, it looks like Mitsuri's a little bit under 5.5 inches tall to the very tippity top to her hair there. And then here she is compared to some other Buzzmod Demon Slayer figures. So we do have Tengen Uzui, Giyu Tomioka, then we do have Nezuko and Inosuke, and I think she scales pretty well with the other figures in the line here. And then here she is compared to a couple other Buzzmod Demon Slayer figures. We do have Daki, and then we do have Zenitsu, then we do have the SH Figure Arts Kakashi, and the Mezco 112, the Crow. And then finally, here she is compared to the SH Figure Arts Nabara, then we do have the Figure Arts Luffy, then we do have the Demonical Fit 3.0 Goku, and then we do have the Mafex Gambit. So there is the height and height comparisons. Now let's go over the accessories. Moving on to the accessories here, Mitsuri is included with a nice amount of stuff. So we do have faces, hands, the robe, and then we do get the sheath with the sword, and then her wiggly squiggly sword there. So we do have the 5 faces. We do have like a happy face, and we do have like a laughing face with the eyes closed. We have like a cute, shyish type face, smiling face, and an angry teeth gritted face. Then we do get her interchangeable legs where she's sitting on the knees on the mat, and you can see the mat there as well. All the Demon Slayer Buzzmod figures have that. Then we do get her sword, which is bendy wire, so that is awesome. And then we do get her sword in her sheath. Then we do get that robe piece, which is also wired. And then we do get 8 alternate hands. So we do get a pair of fists, a pair of gripping hands. We have like some open knee type hands, and then we do have some open splayed out type hands as well. So that is all the accessories included with the Love Hashira. Now let's go over the articulation. So for the articulation here, the braids are on ball pegs, so you can move them all around. They also have another joint halfway through. There's a hinge on the back braid and then a ball peg on the bottom piece. She looks down okay, looks up pretty good. You do get decent pivot out of the neck joints, then the swivel action. Then the torso doesn't really go forward too much, goes back really well, but you do see a gap there. You really don't get the best pivot. Then you do get swivel action once again. The shoulders can move in like a circular type motion. You can see they're on like a double ball peg type system or a double ball peg hinge. The arms go out a lot more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down. They pop off a lot at the shoulder and the elbows, and it's so frustrating. Elbows bend in a little more than 90. They swivel. Then we do get the swivel and hinge action on the wrist. My right leg is so tight, I'm afraid to articulate it. Like, come on, bro. The legs kick forward 90 degrees, go back just a tiny bit. There goes her arm again. She can't Van Damme it, but they go out a little more than 45 degrees. You do get a swivel at the hip. Single jointed knees that bend back a little more than 90. You get a swivel at the knee. The ankles swivel, hinge up okay. okay, hinge down a bit better, and really not the best pivot, then you do get the toe articulation. Overall, this Mitsuri is a pretty well-made figure, but does have some issues that I'm not too happy about, and really shouldn't be happening with a figure that's well over $100. My main issue is the incredibly tight right hip joint on mine. I can barely move it, and trying to move it is scary because it could break at any moment while trying to articulate the joint. I need to get something that loosens up tight joints. Another issue is the shoulder joints and elbow joints coming off incredibly easy from moving those points of articulation. I know Buzzmod is still fairly new, and I love their Demon Slayer line, but they can't be having issues like this. Mainly that super tight hip joint. Before they had issues, and still kinda do, with the hip joints getting very loose quickly. Examples are Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Tengen, Giyu, and so on. Pretty much every male figure has had this loose hip issue, and that's something they also need to address and fix. So besides those two main issues with Mitsuri, I really do dig this figure. The detail on the faces are on point, and the hair turned out beautiful on her. Also love the cloth goods. That's a big selling point for me when it comes to 112 Demon Slayer figures. And with Figma and now SH Figuarts, it's going to be difficult pulling me away from the Buzzmod line to switch to Figuarts. I already tried Figma and was not impressed. The accessories are another high point to this Mitsuri. Buzzmod always hooks you up when it comes to accessories, and that's another thing I love about this line. And last, the articulation. It's so-so with this figure. Some points are either really good, while other points not so good. To me, the best female figure in the line is still Daki. So now, shall we get into my rating for this figure? Let's do it. So for my rating of the Buzzmod Mitsuri, I think I'd have to give her a 6.9. Yeah, I know it's a low score, but with the price you're paying for her, having a super tight joint that could break, and the issues with the arms falling off, not only at the shoulder joint, but also the elbow joint too. Plus the articulation is just okay. So sadly I had to go with a 6.9. Let me know in the comments what rating you would give this Mitsuri between a 1 through 10. Anyway, that is my review of the Buzzmod MITSURI Kanroji. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the figure in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later!
Whoa! Yeah!
We shall start with revenge.
I am the knight. Gonna change the future.